our first world is Color, Light, and Shadow RTX. This world was designed by the creator Pearlescent Moon. She is a YouTuber, Minecrafter, and all-around excellent builder. With Color, Light, and Shadow RTX, she decided to make the world an introduction to ray tracing for Minecrafters, and to inspire them to the possibilities of the technology as the next evolution of the game. Players will start off in the first room and be guided towards various portals that highlight each feature of real-time ray tracing. So here's the entry room. We're greeted by a wonderful example of real-time reflections and per-pixel emissivity. Pearlescent Moon has used glow blocks colored green to reflect on the glass below. We see an almost perfect reflection as one would expect when looking over a sheet of glass. From the entry room, Minecraft players will be able to choose their own interactive experience and take a portal to various locations in the world. The Color, Light, and Shadow Showcase features interactive puzzles, switches, and informative text to help players acclimate to real-time ray tracing in Minecraft. Our first stop will be the aquarium. One of the best features in Minecraft with RTX is the water. Our engineers have paid close attention to the real-life properties of water and have managed to create caustics as light hits it. In this showcase, Minecraft players will be able to control how the light hits the room by flipping various switches. This, in turn, casts light down into the aquariums and showcases how water has forever changed in Minecraft with RTX. The addition of these reflective properties of water aren't the only surprise that we have in store for Minecraft players. The Color, Light, and Shadow map will also introduce Minecrafters to a much desired new feature, the addition of real color blending made possible by ray tracing. My personal favorite room on this map is the Puzzle Room and the Color Theory Room, which Pearlescent Moon has so lovingly created for Minecraft players. As we enter the room, note how the per-pixel emissivity enabled by ray tracing allows for the beautiful blue glow to permeate the space. The Color, Light, and Shadow map uses an HD texture pack developed by NVIDIA to create a sense of real textures. And we see that in this room, how the beautiful luminescence of the glow blocks is reflected and refracted on the surrounding block materials. As players solve the puzzle in this room, they will open various outlets in the ceiling, which will allow global illumination god rays to be cast through. Once a player solves the right sequence of buttons, they'll be treated to the inner chamber, which is truly a sight to behold. The piece de resistance of this world is the Prism Puzzle Room, where we see on full display the power of real-time ray tracing's ability to accurately leverage color theory to create real-time color blending on the floor of the room. Never before have Minecrafters been able to reproduce this in the game, and we are proud to show it off. Players will be able to control how white light enters the room by pressing a series of buttons on the floor. As the white light, powered by global illumination, hits the colored prisms in the center of the room, we'll see it actively take on the color properties of the prism. When two different colors are blended, they make their secondary or tertiary colors, much as they would in the real world. We're so excited for Minecrafters to be able to use this in Minecraft with RTX. We can only imagine the possibilities for creative builds that would use color blending to create some truly unique experiences for Minecrafters around the world. We have one more room to show you in Color, Light, and Shadow RTX, but the world has other surprises and wonderful showcases for players to discover as well. The final room is what we lovingly call the Rainbow Mirror Room. The room uses the power of real-time ray tracing and our HD texture pack to create mirror blocks. These mirror blocks are so unprecedented in Minecraft and will now allow Minecrafters to build fully reflective worlds if they so choose. Here in this room, we can see exactly what's happening as real-time ray tracing allows us to create a reflection in the mirror that is then cast infinitely in all directions. The glowing rainbow blocks enabled by the per-pixel emissivity of RTX allow for this room to really shine and for us to see the rainbow in all its glory. Color, Light, and Shadow RTX is meant to be a showcase of the power that ray tracing brings to Minecraft. There are many other rooms that highlight what objects in Minecraft with RTX will look like when enabling ray tracing, and there are plenty of other fun interactive objects to show the power that that light will place at the fingertips of Minecrafters. We continue our tour with Imagination Island RTX, created by popular and longtime Minecraft build team Blockworks. With Imagination Island RTX, Blockworks and NVIDIA chose to make a theme park. This world features 4 distinct lands, each of which created to highlight real-time ray tracing and create an interactive experience for Minecraft players. During the RTX Beta, Minecrafters will begin their experience in the Visitor Center of the park, which is where we'll begin our tour. Here in the Visitor Center, we find ray tracing in full effect, as global illumination casts light in real time through the windows. With full global illumination available in Minecraft with RTX, players will be able to experience the immersive qualities of ray tracing. Following the day-night cycle of Minecraft, global illumination will enhance the immersive experience that all Minecrafters can enjoy with Minecraft with RTX. As we enter the park, take a look at the lines on the ground. Following the colored lines on the floor will allow the players to be guided to these different areas. Players may also hop on minecarts and ride around the park to each of these lands. We won't be able to explore all the lands today, but we will take a look at some unique areas. We'll first jump into something that you'd find in your favorite adventure movie. We've previously mentioned how Minecraft with RTX will introduce global illumination, reflections, and refraction. It will also include realistic shadows. In a game where survival worlds are often some of the most played content, we believe that the addition of these dark and spooky shadows will add an entirely new dimension to Minecraft. In Imagination Island RTX, Blockworks built the canyons and temples to help highlight these shadows. As we move inside the temple, we begin to get an eerie feeling as we move further from the real-time light source outside, and we'll see the ray trace shadows begin to get darker and more rich. For Minecrafters, this will mean an entirely different play experience when in certain types of worlds, and it opens up new opportunities for emissive light blocks and light sources as we see here. Hopping back onto the minecart ride, we'll go to one of my favorite places in the park, the Deep Sea Diver area. Walking up to the Deep Sea Diver area, Minecrafters are in for a real treat. Here we will find all of the elements of real-time ray tracing at work. The global illumination from the sun hits and reflects off of the water as a refraction of light creates caustics on the surrounding walls. Underneath the water, we see the god rays from the light pierce the surface. There are many surprises that we think players will encounter in Imagination Island RTX, and the underwater world hosts my favorite. I won't spoil it here, but let's just say that Blockworks made an extra effort to create some fun Easter eggs which we think fans of GeForce and Minecraft will both enjoy. All of this is exciting, but it all really comes together in the final area of Imagination Island RTX, the centerpiece of the theme park, the Palace. On the outside of the Palace, we see many of the emissive light sources going to work. In Minecraft with RTX, there are multiple sources of light, and as we saw from the temple earlier, the power of real-time ray tracing now allows for Minecrafters to create per-pixel emissivity on the textures within the game. As we head inside, we see the beautiful stained glass of the palace windows, casting multiple colors in real time on the floor of the cathedral, creating a beautiful spectacle of colors for the Minecrafters to behold. This brings us to the end of the tour for Imagination Island RTX. The next world we'd like to show you is one of our premier survival worlds, Crystal Palace RTX by Gemini Tay. Gemini Tay is a YouTuber and a Minecrafter. For Minecraft with RTX, she created an incredible fantasy world set on a mystical island, complete with treasure, dragons, and everything a Minecraft player would need to establish a great survival world. We'll start our tour offshore on an abandoned pirate ship that overlooks the Crystal Palace Bay. Players will begin their survival on the pirate ship. From this stunning view, we were able to take in the masterfully created scale of the castle itself. Many Minecraft worlds are often too large or too small, but the world of Crystal Palace RTX has been lovingly detailed to provide players with a one-to-one sense of scale, which will really bring to life the real-time ray tracing elements of the world. From here we can see the palace itself reflecting out over the bay as the sun rises behind it. God rays and shadows emerge from behind the castle and create a perfect reflection on the bay below. Players may also notice the dragons overhead and begin to wonder just what this island has to offer. We expect players will swim ashore and find themselves in awe of the power that ray tracing brings to this world. In this next area, we will go underneath the castle to a hidden mineshaft and witness how shadows can add an immersive feel to Minecraft worlds. For Minecrafters, there is nothing more exciting than finding hidden puzzles, treasures, Easter eggs, and advantages. In survival mode, the player will start with nothing and need to build better gear, eat, sleep, and battle monsters. Those things will be made all the more spooky as nighttime sets in and real shadows begin to creep into the world. Here we find ourselves underneath the Crystal Palace and we'll notice two things. The first is the rays of light that hit the tunnel entrance are only able to cast light so far down into the mine shaft. The second is the emissivity of the pixels in the lava. Enabled by ray tracing and our texture pack, give shadows to certain segments of the surrounding blocks in real time. As a player ventures further into the unknown, they'll really need to rely on light sources to make their way deeper into the underground to find its secrets. It's little details like this that we think will add a whole new dimension of immersiveness to the Minecraft game modes that players know and love. Now from the darkness of the underground, we'll head up to our final spot that we'd like to show off today, the Crystal Palace itself. Here we will find ourselves at the entrance of the Crystal Palace. The palace itself is filled with secrets, and we want Minecraft players in survival mode to feel a sense of ownership. Inside the castle itself, we see the real-time ray tracing going to work as torches and other light sources create shadows along the wall, giving the players a sense of immersion as they explore the castle. Massive windows let in rays of light from the sun outside, and the castle itself becomes a focal point for a player to explore. We think that Minecrafters will be incredibly pleased with the survival world that Gemini Tay has created in Crystal Palace RTX, and we hope that they share with us their images of the world changing and evolving as they make this secretive island their home. As we've seen, Minecraft with RTX is the next evolution of Minecraft, and we are so pleased to show off many of those changes in the excellent Aquatic Adventure map by Dr. Bond. Dr. Bond is both a Minecrafter and a digital sculptor who has created a real treat for us to view today. This map is an adventure map, meaning that players will have a small questline to follow, puzzles to solve, secrets to find, and the map will progress as the player progresses. In the creation of this map, you can see clearly that the palace itself is a work of art. We see real-time ray tracing at work as our texture pack creates per pixel emissivity from the blocks around the base. We can also see the reflections of the lights emanating from the blocks on the tide pools surrounding the palace. These types of blocks will be increasingly useful to Minecrafters as they conceive of new ways to leverage light inside of their world builds. Now let's head underwater and see how ray tracing creates new, excellent visuals beneath the surface. As we venture into the depths, we can see here that the God rays pierce the surface of the water, similar to how they would in real life. In Aquatic Adventure, many of the players' goals revolve around solving puzzles underwater, and we feel that the ruins, coral, and small touches that Dr. Bond has placed under the water truly shine. Literally. We see here the light casting beams into the water down to a specific depth. When a player goes deep enough, the light will gradually disappear and give way to shadow. Swimming around in Aquatic Adventure RTX is a treat, and Minecrafters will appreciate just how realistic the underwater world has become both during day and night. Our final stop on the tour, we find ourselves inside one of the chambers that Dr. Bond has built to entice players to explore. Inside the cavern, we see that there is only one natural light source. As the source pierces from the ceiling, we can see that not only does it cast reflections and shadows, but also deepens the shadows in the corners of the room. Players can expect effects like this throughout the world. Of Temples and Totems, RTX is a simple technical joy. Created by the Minecraft build team Razzleberries, this world contains a massive amount of content, a full questline, and some seriously cool showcases of real-time ray tracing. They even created their own unique texture pack to ensure Of Temples and Totems RTX is unique in look and feel. Our first stop will be a ride through the jungle on an elephant. As we hop on board our friendly elephant, we'll take a slow walk through the jungle. As we walk through, notice how the sun from above peeks through the canopy, creating realistic beams of light on the walkway. This is a great expression of global illumination at work. God rays are cast through the canopy, and you can see that with different atmospherics at work in Minecraft, it adds a lot of value to the jungle itself. As players move throughout the jungle, they will stumble upon various hidden objects, treasures, and other fun things. Moving on, we'll head to the Temple of Fire to take a look at how lava, a Minecraft staple, now looks better than ever. Here at the Temple of Fire, we see a sight that is impressive enough to be featured in our Minecraft key art. Full per pixel emissivity on lava. The glow of the lava and the shadows casted by that glow make this temple a sight to behold from the outside. As we venture into the temple, we find rooms filled with traps, monsters, and puzzles to navigate. Entire rooms are dedicated to flame, light, and shadow, as we expect not only will this area be incredibly fun to play, it will also inspire millions of Minecrafters to go out and look at fire in a new way. Thus concludes our tour of this great map. We hope you enjoyed your time in Minecraft with RTX.